I welcome you all to the course of heat transfer. In the last class, we have discussed a concept called critical radius. In today's session, we will solve some numericals related to critical radius. We will go with the first problem. It is like this. An insulated steam pipe having outside diameter of 30 mm is to be covered with two layers of insulation, each having a thickness of 20 mm. The thermal conductivity of one material is 5 times that of the other. Assume that the inner and outer surface temperatures of composite insulation are fixed. How much heat transfer will be increased when the better insulation material is next to the pipe than it is to the outer layer? First, we will understand the problem. Now, in this problem, it is given that you have a steam pipe. Its outer diameter is 30 mm. It is insulated with two material. The thickness of both the material is 20 mm. If we consider those two material as A and B, the thermal conductivity of one material is 5 times that of the other. Means if thermal conductivity of first material is K, the thermal conductivity of second material is 5 times K. That is the meaning. Now he has given the inner and outer surface temperatures are fixed. Means same is the temperature drop in both the cases. The question is how much heat transfer will be increased when the better insulation material is next to the pipe than it is to the outer layer. It means that suppose if you have a better insulating material, it may be Ka or Kb, if the better insulating material is wrapped very next to the pipe and then the other material. This is the first case. In second case, the better insulating material is placed above the inferior insulating material. So you have two cases. We will solve the problem, and he has asked what is the heat transfer increase when we encounter these two situations. Now we will write the given data. So the pipe is having a diameter of 30 mm. So if I convert it into radius, again in SI unit, it becomes 0.015 meter. Now the first insulation is having a thickness of T1. The second insulation material is having a thickness of T2. Both are having the same thickness. The thickness is same, but the property, that is thermal conductivity, are variable. Now when better insulation is placed inside. Now if we consider these two material as A and B, the thermal conductivity of material A is Ka and the thermal conductivity of material B is Kb. Now I can write Kb is equals to 5 times of Ka because it is given in the problem. The thermal conductivity of one is 5 times that of the other. Or I can write Ka is equals to 1 upon 5 times of Kb. Now, when we ask which is better insulating material, you should be little careful. Now, Ka and Kb indicates how much of it is conducting because this is thermal conductivity. More is the K value, more is the conductance. But he has asked the better insulating material. Pay attention here. He has asked better insulating material. Now, better insulating material is the one which is having less thermal conductivity compared to other. The thermal conductivity of A is 1/5 of other. It is in terms of conductivity. Means Ka is offering more resistance compared to Kb. It means Ka is better insulation than Kb. I hope that is clear to you. Now we have a pipe over which we have wrapped two insulating material, each of having 0.02 meter thickness. Now the better insulation is first, that is right adjacent to the pipe. The better insulation we come across Ka out of our discussion. Now, what if it is right adjacent to the pipe? We will be having two resistances. Both are conductive resistance only. We have neglected the convective resistance in both the cases. Now, if you see, Q is equals to delta T over resistance. Now we have two resistances. In case of cylinder, we know that conductive resistance is ln R2 by R1 divided by 2 pi K into L. Now, if you have a radius of R2 after first insulation and radius of R3 after second insulation, corresponding to first insulation, the thermal conductivity is of material A. Corresponding to second insulation, the thermal conductivity should be considered of material B. Now, we got R1 as 0.015 meter. Now, what is R2? R2 is nothing but R1. It is added with thickness. R1 plus T1 gives me R2. So, R2 becomes 0.035 meter. Similarly, R3 is nothing but R2 added with thickness. Correct? R2 added with thickness gives you R3, which is 0.035 plus 0.02, 0.055 meter. I hope you understood. Let me repeat. We have R1 here. R1, when we add with thickness, we get R2. That is R2 is equals to R1 plus T1. That is 0.035. It is in terms of meters. Similarly, R3 is equals to R2 plus T2. Which gives 0.035 plus 0.02, 0.055 meters. I hope that is clear to you. Now, Q is equals to 2 pi L into change in temperature divided by ln R2 by R1 divided by Ka, because we have considered Ka as the better insulation, and when better insulation is inside corresponding to R2 and R1, I should consider Ka. Similarly, the next inferior insulation is above this layer, so ln of R3 by R2 divided by Kb. Now if you solve for this, 2 pi L into delta T, ln of R2 is nothing but 35. So he has considered in terms of mm. As it is a ratio, it makes no difference whether you consider in meter or millimeter. It won't make any difference. So 35 by 15, the ratio remains same. Now ln of 35 by 15 divided by Ka plus ln of R3 by R2. So R3 is 55 mm divided by 35 divided by Kb. What is Kb? Kb is 5 times of Ka. The same has been taken here. Now if you solve for this, 2 pi Ka goes to numerator, Ka multiplied by L multiplied by delta T. So this ratio comes out to be this, and this ln of 55 by 35 upon 5 comes out to be 0.0904. So if you take the value, it will be 1.066 multiplied by 2 pi KAL into delta T. We don't know L, but L is same. In both the cases, you can consider either 1 or L itself. It makes no difference. In second case, when the better insulation is outside, better insulation we have found it to be Ka, and it is placed outside, means the Kb term should be taken in. The same has been done here. Q2 is equals to, same way, 2 pi L into delta T ln of 35 by 15 upon what? Pi Ka. Pi Ka is nothing but Kb plus ln of 55 by 35 upon Ka. Now the Ka is outside. The material A is placed outside. Here material B is placed inside. It should be Kb. The next step is Kb is nothing but 5 times of Ka. That has been taken directly. Now if you substitute the values, you will be getting 1.609 into 2 pi Ka into delta T multiplied by L. Now if you take Q2 and Q1 from the numerical, this term is common over here as well as over here, and this magnitude is greater than 1.066. Hence, Q2 by Q1, if you do, you will be getting 1.509. Now in second case, we are getting more heat transfer. So Q2 is more than Q1. Now it gives us a hint, putting better insulation inside next to the pipe decreases the heat. It means that if your intention is to give better insulation, right after the pipe you put better insulating material. Over that you can put the inferior one. Now, he is also asked the percentage of decrease in heat transfer. So that is nothing but Q2 minus Q1 with respect to Q2. So that comes around 50.9%. We'll consider one more problem. A wire of 6.5 mm diameter at 60 degrees Celsius is covered with insulation of some material whose thermal conductivity is 0.174 watt per meter Kelvin. It is exposed to environment with a temperature 20 degrees Celsius and convective heat transfer coefficient 8.722 watt per meter square Kelvin. So these are the given condition. Find the critical radius of insulation. Okay. Next, maximum heat transfer, percentage increase in heat loss due to insulation. Now this is the problem given. If you go by the given data, it is given that it is a wire. You can assume it to be a cylinder. It is having a diameter of 6.5 mm. If you consider the radius, it is 0.00325 meter. And this wire is covered with insulation whose thermal conductivity is 0.174. You are asked to calculate critical radius of insulation. In the last class, we have discussed critical radius of insulation for cylinder is K by H, where K is 0.174 and H is 8.722. If you calculate critical radius of insulation, comes out to be 0.01995 meters. Now what is thickness? So this is outer radius. When he has asked for thickness, you should take a difference of outer radius minus inner radius. So that is the thickness of insulation. So insulation thickness is RC minus R1, which gives you 0.0167 meters. The second question is, you need to calculate maximum heat transfer. Again, we have discussed the heat transfer will become maximum when the radius becomes critical radius. We know that. When the radius or R2, if you substitute the value of R2 as the value of critical radius, and if you calculate the heat transfer, that heat transfer will be the maximum heat transfer. Now, we have considered L to be 1 as it is not mentioned. So heat transfer for a pipe considering two resistances, conductive resistance as well as convective resistance, we have Q is equals to 2 pi L delta T upon ln of, it should be R2 by R1, but R2 is replaced with RC because at point RC you will be getting maximum heat transfer. We have seen that. RC by R1 upon K1 plus 1 over H into RC. So So if you substitute the values, you will be getting 15.53 watt per meter. That is heat transfer per unit length. Watt per meter is the unit. It is also given 60, given 20 is given. So this is RC value calculated, given, divided by K1 value. Plus 1 more H is given, RC is you have calculated. Now he has asked the third bit as percentage of increase in heat loss due to insulation. Now you calculated the amount of heat transfer considering the insulation, correct? Now how much of increase has occurred out of insulation with compared to without insulation? Now if you consider the heat transfer without insulation, now this term will be 0 because you have considered only the solid pipe, no insulation material is added. So your heat transfer per unit length is nothing but HA into delta T, or Q is equals to delta T upon R, which are only this term has to be considered. H into A. And what is A? Surface area. Surface area for the cylinder. 2 pi R into L. If you calculate H multiplied by 2 pi L into Ri should be considered here, because from that radius heat is being convected. So Ri has been considered. Now if you calculate, the value comes out to be 7.124 watt per meter. Now if you see, it is contradicting. With insulation, the heat transfer is more. Without insulation, the heat transfer is less. Now this gives a better understanding of the concept of critical radius. As I told in the earlier class, always insulation need not decrease the heat transfer. If it is below the critical radius, even if you add insulating material, the heat transfer will increase. Now, as a support to that statement, you can see the heat transfer with insulation is 15.53. The heat transfer without insulation is 7.12. Now the percentage of heat loss is nothing but heat transfer with insulation minus heat transfer without insulation with respect to without insulation. That comes out to be 118.1%. With this, I will stop here. The remaining portion will be covered in next sessions. Thank you.